Good morning, everybody. How's it going? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. What y'all got going on? I gotta clean the old backyard there. Help my mom out with Gypsy. Is what currently happens. My mom cleans the backyard. There's a door, but she puts the bag over it right there. So, also, I don't have much to say today in case you haven't noticed, but yeah, there's that new habit that my mom has. So I gotta see it in the morning when I step out to take Banjo. So oh, and in case you're wondering, if you want a little gossip this morning, I wish I knew a lot about what was going on in the public square, but I don't. So I'll just let y'all know what's going on with me, which I guess is mostly status quo from these past 12 years, maybe 12 years plus. Is today, I guess Tracy's off. She didn't work at Michael's today, I don't think. I'll have to check the texts. And her and my mom are gonna go have lunch with Lisa and Jose. The fake family. I call them fake family. And I'm really happy that there's not even the expectation of me going with them and sitting down for a meal. I'm really glad that you don't expect that of me, and I certainly don't get punished for not attending. I'm really glad that's not a thing. But the reason I bring it up is because that's happening today, one. Two, my mom had already had lunch with Joanne, Lisa's mom. And so while we were growing up, even in adulthood, it was, I guess what I'm getting at is I think it's odd. Something to note that these are two separate occasions. Lisa and her mom Joanne get along great. There's no problems there. So I think it's really weird how there has to be two separate meals. So why can't Joanne join y'all? That's what I'm wondering. And if you're wondering every day, and it's back to that thing where I can't even step out the back alley. So there's dog poop in the driveway. These past couple of days, I can't even step out the back alley with somebody driving by. Yesterday, when I left the house to go running, there was somebody literally outside my door, walking on 9107 Rustlers Creek. And then there was somebody literally parked inside my house when I got home from running. So they're really pushing this ADT. Okay, that's the plan. ADT. And that's that. And I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I live on this NISD school bus route. But while I am living on this NISD school bus route, I think it's really interesting how Joanne, Lisa, and Jose aren't having the same little family get-togethers. Hmm. I always tell my mom, I'm always like, how come you never hear anything about Joanne dating? How come it's oh, she's Lisa's mom, so she has to attend family events even though Lillian's there. That's weird. What a supportive family member she is, because she's Lisa's mom. Even though my dad's brother is Rudy, and they got divorced, I think when I graduated high school, around 2006. So, whenever my mom has to brings her up, I say, do you think maybe she's, what's going on with her? No dating situation, no nothing? And of course, what a mess. I'm always wondering about that. Are you a real couple? So you got Clown Gabbard and Weekback, not one kid among them. So you need to be focused on having kids right now. I say that because like 4 years ago and 3 years ago and stuff, it was all about that. It was like, at least from my perspective, the strategy here right now is making sure our car drives by before I step out from the back alley. But it used to be, don't you want kids? And at least at that point in time, at least it was an acknowledgement of me and my husband. So there may be an age gap, but you're acknowledging that. At least that's something. You know, here, my mom and Tracy are gonna have lunch with Lisa and Jose. And I can't even ask them, what do y'all think about what people are saying about me in the world, online? In court, do y'all talk about it? I'm gonna have to save that question for later on this NISD school bus route. While they're building a really big Colonies North Elementary School. The elementary school me and my two sisters went to, which I do my best to avoid on my running routes. Because I might be followed by people who aren't the best society has to offer. So I do my best to steer clear. And then they built a public school, a KIPP public school. It's, I think, kinder through 12, all on one campus. I don't see not one playground. Built a school on my running route. That was what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago? It took a while to build. I said, you know what? They're building a U-Haul down the street by Motel 6, and the building material looks oddly similar. I think maybe it's like maybe a cheaper kind of way to build things. So that new U-Haul building, which is 2 stories, U-Haul, the moving company with the trucks, yeah, you got it. It's a Motel 6 or Studio 6. There was a space, and then it was a Porsche dealership. The Porsche dealership is now vacant. They moved a little bit further along the highway, and U-Haul decided that the Motel 6 by my house is a really good spot for its 2-story building. And the building material looks a lot like that KIPP school. But anyway, I'm just kind of laughing to myself how Joanne, Lisa and Jose aren't having a joint family holiday meal visitation. With my mom and Tracy. I don't know if Kimmy's gonna go. Isn't that something? I'm not at all surprised about the separation between my Uncle Rudy, Lisa, and Joanne. My entire life, especially my adult life, he's not a good communicator. He never communicates. It's a big thing. I don't know what y'all have seen on the live stream. But so I think it's kind of odd. I said this whole time the live stream and the bathroom situation. Oh my god. So that's why I'm taking a particular enjoyment about one, I don't have to, I'm not guilted into nor expected of participating in this little family visitation that is a meal, a lunch, and second, that they're separate. From the best of my knowledge, I thought Joanne and Lisa and Jose and their kids, who are now both above 18, they're no longer minors, they are adults in the eyes of Texas and the United States. Last I checked, they spent a lot of time together. She was the doting grandma and wanting to spend time whenever they could. So I was like, ooh, what's going on there? So I don't know what's going on in the public square, but these are the facts that I know. Okay? Anyway. So yeah, that's what's going on over here. Shocked about these car payment situation. Anyway, you like Money Hut? Got it at Walmart. With a $40 gift card my mom got me for Christmas. $40 gift card. Anyway, what else I got going on? Anything new to report? So yeah, I just think I always bring up to my mom, not always, but the little times we have the conversations about Joanne, I'm always like, I think it's odd that she's never like dated around or anything like that since 2006. So, yeah. Does that not work out for you? Lisa didn't have any problems with that. She got a divorce and then she got married, I think, a year later. eHarmony. And Jose spoke at my dad's funeral. That was his decision. Or Lisa's, but what was told to us, it was Jose's decision to speak at my dad's funeral, which was held at St. Matthew's Church. So, not one word. Retired military, Jose. I want to speak at my dad's funeral after you and Lisa met at eHarmony, and your kids now is no longer a minor. So all these issues need to be addressed, and it's particularly helpful that these issues are addressed when none of their kids are minors. You know, people say certain things like, oh, you can't say that about a mom and stuff like that. But it's a little bit different situation when the kids are 18 and up. Bitch, sees a cat. Anyway, it could be a controversial statement what I'm saying. I don't know. I can't see the public square. And again, I feel like it might be an important voice, perspective to kind of put out there that I have on this NISD school bus route. Said somebody else might be thinking something, and for some reason they don't feel it's appropriate to speak up on it. So, well, here I am in this situation, and this is what makes me uncomfortable and stuff like that. But it definitely gets involved. But anyway. One second, I'm gonna get my puppy. Okay, he's just not listening to me. He's gonna just hang out with his cat for a while. But anyway, so I was on Google Maps this morning, and I was like, maybe I could recommend a place for Tracy to apply that's closer to home. And the places that are close to this house, 9107 Wrestlers Creek, which people have zero problems. Now they stand right in front of my house. They're not like across the street. They're not like, it is right in front of my house at the end of this little driveway, right when I'm either trying to, when I'm leaving the front door or going towards the front door. And that happened the evening before Tracy and my mom were gonna go eat lunch with Lisa and Jose. So I was looking around, and I said, you know, the only places really here are hotels. And then I was like, well, maybe I should work there. I said, no. I guess I'll wait till after January 20th to see about that. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm gonna apply to the Marriott. It's down the street. I could literally walk home. It's not a short walk home, but like, we have one car. Tracy's gonna have to go to Michael's. I might, if I go to the Marriott, work there. It's close to the house. Walk home. Just because this whole control aspect, right? I don't have any money. Any money that I do have, it's the money that my mom gives me, either for cleaning the house, and that's pretty much it, or a Christmas gift. So this whole control aspect of things is something that it's been for years. I mean, I know people are working really hard, and I know people think it's unfair of what's happening to me. When I say people, my best guess is excluding Lisa, Jose, and Joanne, who have done absolutely nothing for me. So I think, why should I do absolutely anything for you? Not one little pep talk, not nothing. Party, party, party. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I mean, I've grown up to value family, but there are certain things where you just have to draw the line, and things are really questionable right now. So that's where I'm at. If you think it's crass, if it's hard for you to hear about this disloyalty among family members, my apologies, but that's just my life. You know, this whole control thing is not good. So what's going to happen if maybe it has to be this way? Maybe it wouldn't hurt if I worked at Marriott. I was like, well, what could the jobs be? I'd have to like go to the location and see if they're hiring, and of course I have to post my resume where my last job was at Super 8. That's the resume I got. I'd love to collaborate and go on to bigger and better things. But this is where my mom and Tracy are. And again, never explicitly, stuff has never explicitly been said, but it's one of those things where I trust them, and part of the reason is a lot of these things don't make sense. There's been crucial times where their support has been very helpful, and I know in a predatory situation, if you don't like the way it sounds, how family members, what is it? Exclude themselves from each other. I mean, I call them fake family, so it makes me uncomfortable to say that, family members. But as far as how y'all know them, I guess I'll use those terms, but I'm just saying, there's been times, especially 4 years ago and 3 years ago, my mom visited me at University Hospital, and she said, Lisa was wondering how you're doing in here and all this stuff. Well, I'm sure that makes Lisa look good. Her concern for me. Isn't that a stupid move? But that's just an example of there are people out there who it's unthinkable maybe for a majority of the population to be like, well, this is happening to somebody, I'm not going to put salt on that wound. But it may be unthinkable to y'all. But there are people out there, in this that exist in this world that say this person is in a terrible position, salt on the wound would make things worse, and so that's exactly what they're going to do. When things are really embarrassing, when a normal everyday person would be like, reasonable adult would be like, I'm gonna give this person some space, that's when they attack. That's when, not only when they attack, that's when they feel they're most powerful. So I'm saying allegedly and all this stuff, in my opinion, situation preparedness discussions. I think I might work at the Marriott down the street. I'm not sure what job. So I could be front desk. I'd have to get into the mode of just being like A to T. I don't even know if they'd hire me because of my resume and what would I do there. Logistics and security. Anyway, let me get my puppy 1 second. And also, I don't think it would be the worst of a situation to kind of change up this environment. That, maybe it might be helpful to whoever it is helpful if the environment is changed a bit. So let's change something and see what happens. I mean, 4 years ago, I didn't think it would take this long. 3 years ago, I didn't think it would take this long. 2 years ago, I didn't think it would take this long. So on and so forth, and here we are. So they're on a roll, which is pattern of behavior my entire life, right? Not one word. Lisa, Jose, and Joanne, not one word that I'm a public figure and celebrity. YouTuber, what word do I get? When I'm at the hospital for 2 weeks. My mom visits me. Oh, Lisa was asking about you. And I don't even know what they do. I think she's in between jobs. I don't know what her job is. So if they got any money for me, my name, obviously there's going to be an issue. I'm not here to support any of that, especially financially. This is what I've been saying. This is predatory behavior is what's happening. So filming without consent is exploitation and abuse, and not even to mention the mental anguish that's happened these past 4 years. You're filming me, you're watching me get filmed, you're watching me realize I'm getting filmed, and then it just went downhill from there. So it's a good thing I have a good support system, my husband, who I consider my family, and I would definitely put before any of them. And my husband's very supportive of me. I don't know what y'all see on Instagram, but I know all of my posts, which have 45 DJT, I see that they don't like them. My mom likes every post except that, and I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. You're gonna tell me she's more supportive of domestic violence, and that's the best it gets, than my husband, who's an extremely loving, supportive, absolute gentleman. There's no way. Okay, I know my mom doesn't hate me that much, okay? I know that for a fact, but I'm wondering about Lisa and Joanne. Anyway. Banjo. I said I have Banjo, I want to get the puppies. So, I have the money. I mean, not according to this back alley. According to this back alley and Lisa and Jose and Joanne, I don't have the money. So, anyway, here I am living the life of, I gotta transfer Gypsy's stuff to the trash can, because it's one of the first things I see this morning, other than this fence, which is new. 1 second. So anyway, there's that. You know, it was all about me today, no political commentary. So if you've watched, I appreciate it. And you know, I hope to join y'all soon. This is an absolute nightmare, but I have everything to look forward to, and yeah, I guess that's that. And one thing I don't have to look forward to is having lunch with Lisa and Jose and Joanne. So, can you imagine? So you want to imagine how things would be like for me? I don't know if y'all want to or not, because it's kind of a dark space. But could you imagine how things are like for them? How things have been like? So what kind of life is that? This is when I said 4 years ago, when I was like, all of these things where I feel extreme shame and embarrassment it is a little bit lifted. I don't have to, it's not so much of a dark place, because I can only imagine how things have been like for the people around me who want to keep me like this because I don't have a job. The fact that I'm a social media person, and before 2021, who knows what you would call me. But I know before 2021, my political commentary was of some value. So to those people, I can only imagine how it's been for them. So you never received a genuine compliment your entire life? And obviously people are racist, so if you hang around me, do they look down on you for it? Is there like a system? these are all things I wondered 4 years ago. But anyway, let me know what y'all think of what I said. And if you listened, thank you. Another day, another dollar. I'll talk to y'all later.